bon?
Tu peux plus ou moins aller comme tu veux. Ouais.
Ok, dans votre dernier concert à Wembley, il y a eu apparemment un petit problème avec les journalistes en début de concert, mais je pense que tout est réglé puisque vous êtes là ce soir.
He says, in your last concert at Wembley, you made a remark against journalists. But apparently you can't be that angry against journalists, otherwise you wouldn't be here talking to us this evening.
Good night.
It was a joke.
It was just a joke. A simple, heartfelt joke, you know. Besides that, British journalists are slightly different to European journalists, we found. And I think in Britain, in 1987, when we first started, we first had the record out, all the journalists were kind of really on our side, you know. It was, Christians, which we even said then it was just a load of bullshit, we didn't fall for it. And now we realise 3 years down the line, journalists tend to try and break you down in some way, no matter what. You know, I'm not really in favour of journalists, music journalists, because I think they don't write for, I don't know what it is. They may not even like the band, but they go along there, and so they got this one perception in mind, and they don't see what the show's all about or what we're about. They just, you know, they see thousands of people enjoying themselves, and yet they're sitting at the back going, "What a pile of shite this is," you know. So it annoys me more than anything. It's just silly, you know. Silly journalism.
That's what happened at Wembley and at Birmingham. There were thousands of people enjoying themselves, but you read. Actually, it has to be said that there only were a couple of negative reviews, but it doesn't say that there were, you know, 10,000 people all going mad. It forgets to say that, you know. But it's something that we don't lose sleep over. I'm interested to find out how you even heard that, but we can talk about it after the interview.
Yeah, so we're quite fond of journalists. We quite like.
Voilà, ils nous aiment bien. Les journalistes européens, mais c'est des journalistes plutôt anglais
Oui.
qui... oui.
We are cool.
Yeah, cool, yeah.
Une question peut-être?
Well, to say something after complaining about Wembley, you also did you've done a couple of charity records and that kind of thing. Is it something you're heavily involved in, or you continue to be involved in sort of you know, these live aid type of things?
But at the time we were doing the so-called charity records, we didn't realise how involved we were getting. You know, it was something we never thought about. You know, but on reflection, I think it was we did a bit too much. You know, I don't know. We kind of take a step back now from that kind of that side of it. You know, I think it doesn't. I don't think it works, to tell you the truth. It may sell a few records or something, and they get some small point across about some tragedy or whatever. But I don't know. I don't think it's for pop music or pop people or to do that.
It also depends on how it's dealt. I'd like to think that the actual records causes we've been involved with, hopefully they've been dealt with dignity and tact, and, you know, not being just thrown together. I mean, we've been very keen, for instance, with the Hillsborough record and Harvest for the World. At no point were there any photos of us on the sleeves or in the videos, and we were very keen to be, you know, not to be seen as, oh, let's get, you know, I mean, that really annoys me, is just to see these happy, smiling faces, people dressed up in all their, you know, Gautier gear or whatever, and then it shoots to a starving child. I think it takes away, you know, it's just, it's basically it's disgusting, some of that. So anything we do get involved with, we like to think that we're aware of exactly what's going on.
I suppose the charity, I suppose you could say we were involved with, is a thing called the Disaster Emergencies Committee, which is like an umbrella for 5 separate charities. So anything we do in the future will will go through their kind of office or whatever, you know. But even that, you know, I don't know whether we'll be putting a record out or something like that. I don't know.
When we did the Harvest for the World record, we said to the charity, the people at the charity, we said we don't want to do any promotion, we don't want to do any interviews, we don't want to go on Top of the Pops or anything. And it was them who actually turned around and said, well, you're stupid, we want you to go on and talk about it. So it was like, there's that sort of dichotomy. We didn't want to get our faces, you know, because people then accuse you, oh, you're only doing it to get your face, you know, to get known. So, but to the people at the charity, all they wanted was the Christians to go out and sell that record. So it's a tricky thing, you know. But definitely we weren't keen on going on and being interviewed, and you know, maybe we're not keen on being interviewed at the best of times. So should we go?
Non, je fais the last question, ok. Ok. On rappelle que l'avant-dernier single a été une reprise, enfin d'abord c'était une vieille ballade écossaise, si mes souvenirs sont bons, ou irlandaise, qui était extraite du film Barry Lyndon. Combien de fois est-ce que vous avez vu le film?
Never.
He understands.
You speak French?
You say how many times have you seen Barry Lyndon? I've not seen it. Have you seen it?
I've never seen Barry Lyndon.
Never seen it.
Ça vous aurait pas plu
I
de
mean,
voir l'interprétation du film classique?
But I think this it's a bit of a mistake that the music doesn't come just from Barry Lyndon. It's also been
Oh oui.
there are quite a few different recordings of it, and
C'est un standard.
I can't remember which one I heard first, but no, we've not seen the film. I want to see it now. I'd love to see how the music fits into the film. It's a beautiful piece of music.
Très beau film aussi.
Yeah.
Merci. Ok, pour moi c'est
Okay,
bon. On
that's
fait
fine for us.
un ID.
Just do an ID for our program.
Yeah.
That's the last thing. It's called Zap-Hits.
Zap-Hits.
So, whatever you want to say, like it.
Right.
When you like.
Oh, we'd already started then.
Oh, right. So
I've been quite long.
So,
Right. Hi.
Hi.
I'm Henry.
My name's Gary.
We're from the group the
Christians.
Christians, and you're watching